21 best water parks in the world. It's summertime, and that means you need to get your swimming and splashing on before it gets cold again. Here's some of the wildest water parks in the world you can visit. Number 21, the most insane slide. At this beach park in Brazil sits one of the scariest water rides in the world, Insano. This water slide reaches a height of 41 meters, and if you take it for a go, you'd be sliding down at a rate of 65 miles per hour. From the top of the slide to the end where you meet the pool below, you would only need about 5 seconds to experience the entire thing. That's just how fast 65 miles per hour down a slide is. It ranks as one of the world's tallest water slides, standing at a height akin to a 14-story building. Number 20, the wildest park in the East. The Wild Wadi Waterpark. Try saying that 3 times fast. I know I'm not. Wild Wadi Park, located in the United Arab Emirates, sits right in front of the Burj Al Arab. It opened its watery doors in 1998, featuring 3 pools as well as 17 different water slides. One of those pools includes a heated and cooled wave pool that's one of the biggest in the Middle East, as well as once featured the largest water slide found outside of the continent of North America, until it was replaced so that 2 other rides could take its place. Number 19, a cool time on the water. Found in the midst of Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, the popular park is home to one of the most highly rated water parks in the world, Blizzard Beach. Millennials, if you don't want to feel old, don't listen to the next part. Blizzard Beach opened in 1995. Want to hear something funny? Or at least moderately funny? Most of the rides and other attractions at the beach sit on an artificial mill named Mount Gushmore, a mountain with a clever name that is about 90 feet, or 27.4 meters tall. Number 18, right in Wisconsin. Now the name Kalahari makes it sound like you'll find this place in some sort of African landscape, like the desert. Except you wouldn't, because the Kalahari Resort and Convention Center is located in a few different places: Ohio, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Texas. The first one opened in 2000 in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. The theme throughout the water park resort takes from a Southern African aesthetic, so that the visitors can truly feel like they're somewhere warm, and not in Wisconsin. Number 17, an Aqua Adventure. Why not another alliteration? They're quite fun, but probably not as fun as the Aqua Adventure water park of Dubai. They advertise themselves as the best water park in the city, and with their record-holding water rides, it's hard to deny them that title. The Aqua Adventure water park is a part of the Atlantis Palm Resort, a cousin to the much older and much more well-known resort in the Bahamas, which we'll get to later. Number 16, water in Hawaii. What would a place like Hawaii need a water park for? The entire place is like a scenic water park. But hey, if you've ever visited the Wet n Wild in Hawaii, you probably wouldn't be complaining. Hailed as one of the best water parks in the United States, Wet n Wild Hawaii used to be called Hawaii Waters Adventure Park. Everybody's favorite ride is the Tornado, a power slide where its riders drop into a tunnel and rotate around and around until they get released out of a tunnel and into the pool. Number 15, pumped for a pump house. The Jade Peak Resort has a place called the Pump House Indoor Waterpark, and it's ranked as one of the best water parks in America. Inside this aqua funhouse is a surfing simulator called the Double Barrel Flowrider, as well as a slide called the Chute, which measures about 65 feet tall. It's not all hyper-adrenaline attractions though. If you're feeling more sophisticated and want to relax, you can go sit in one of their hot tubs and enjoy a drink. Number 14, getting biblical. Travel back thousands and thousands and another 1,000 years to biblical times, to the Great Flood and Noah's Ark. Another famous water park you'll find in Wisconsin is the Noah's Ark Water Park, which spans about 70 acres of land. The park is home to one of the scariest water slides in the world, the Scorpion's Tail, which sends you down about 400 feet in about 5 to 8 seconds. Number 13, love every moment. That's the slogan for the so-named Dollywood Splash Country, a water park that drew its name from none other than Dolly Parton. Inspired by her childhood pastime of swimming through the rivers of the Great Smoky Mountains, it was made as an addition to the Dollywood Company theme park, which opened in 2001. Number 12, scary fun and lazy lounging. When you think of Bali, Indonesia, you probably think of the exotic setting, interesting culture, and the relaxing resorts there. You'll still find a relaxing resort type of feeling at the park known as Waterbomb Bali. We suggest a ride down the lazy river. You will also come across rides called Funtastic for the kids and Smashdown 2.0 for those looking to get a thrill on their way down to the water. Really, the name Smashdown says it all. Number 11, an Enchanted Ride. When you hear the word enchanted, you might think of a magical place like Disneyland, and colorful lights, and maybe people dressed up as fantastical beings. You probably don't think of a water safari located in Old Forge, New York. The Enchanted Forest Water Safari used to be named the Enchanted Forest of the Adirondacks. Enchanted Forest Water Safari includes a ride called Amazon, which takes visitors on a tube ride down a jungle. Enchanted indeed. Number 10, Around the World. Located inside the West Edmonton Mall in Alberta, Canada, is the largest indoor water park in all of the continent. North America can boast its World Water Park as the biggest, the park having opened to the public in 1986. One of the highest slides includes the Twister, built to be a whopping 83 feet tall or 25 meters tall. Not far off is the wave pool, holding about 50.3 liters of water. The maximum capacity of a place like this caps at 40,000 people. Number 9, in the middle of the desert. It seems the UAE has a few water parks to its name, and you would too if you were a country situated in the middle of a desert. Dubbed as the leader water park in the whole of the Middle East, Yas Waterpark's theme is based around the fictional story of Dana, a girl who set on a quest to find a lost pair that disappeared during a storm. How many parks have an epic backstory like that one? Number 8, the most popular park. Of course, if a theme park has the name Six Flags in front of it, then it's gonna be popular no matter what. A place like Six Flags Hurricane Harbor garners a mix of reviews. For one, everyone loves going there, but that brings us to 2. There's too many people. The lines get really long at Hurricane Harbor, but if you want to find that magical hour with short lines, don't forget to check out the Bonsai Pipeline Water Slide, as well as something called the Python Plunge. Number 7, playing with water monkeys. A very big drawing point for visitors to the Cliff Amusement Park are the water mega monkeys found at the section of the park that's named Water Mania! Exclamation points and everything. You'll find this amusement park in none other than the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico, the only outdoor water park in the city. Now back to those water monkeys. Water Mania's Mega Water Monkey Ride was made for thrill seekers, while their Lil Squirt is more for toddlers. Number 6, ready for a typhoon. The theme for Typhoon Lagoon Water Park at Walt Disney World's resort is storm-ravaged Tropical Bay, and it really carries through on its word. This counts as its second water park after Blizzard Beach. Although they have similar functions, Typhoon Lagoon offers a more tropical setting than its colder counterpart. Visitors get to experience the largest outdoor wave pool in the world here. It must be quite the wave pool since over 2 million people visit it every year. Number 5, now that's a thrill. We keep hearing about how all of these parks have maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 thrill rides at their respective properties. Yet you'll find none other than the Universal Volcano Bay as a center for a great time if you're looking for that adrenaline rush out on the water. It's called Volcano Bay after all. Built in Universal Orlando Resort in Florida, the park replaced the old Wet n Wild that used to be there. In 2017, they opened up the Krakatoa volcano, which stands at 200 feet or 61 meters tall. Number 4, Crocs Down Under. Travel to Australia to be able to get super close to crocodiles, if that's up your alley. It's supposed to be quite safe to do so at Darwin's Crocosaurus Cove. If you've ever wanted to go swimming with large reptilians, then this cove is your place. A pleasantly named attraction called Cage of Death lets visitors sit in a cage submerged underwater as crocodiles circle around you. Crocodiles are incredibly fast creatures, and with those 60-something teeth, you need to be in the safety of that cage. Number 3, inside the water cube. What was once an Olympic pool has now become an aquatic pastime playground. The National Aquatic Center in Beijing, China was converted into a water cube around 8 years ago. As a place where athletes used to train and compete, it now serves as a water park, the largest in Asia. Stepping inside looks like an alien fever dream, unlike any other water park you probably have ever seen. Its transparent walls of blue, pinks and purples, and fancy slides that twist and turn. Number 2, the lost city of Atlantis. At least, that's what they'd like you to believe. This place is at the Atlantis Paradise Island in the Bahamas. We spoke earlier about the Atlantis in the UAE. Now let's talk about the first one, the reason it got expanded to other parts of the world. This vacation resort has one of the most famous water slides in the world, the Leap of Faith. The exterior is designed like a Mayan temple, complete with a 60-foot fall of water that sends riders through a transparent tunnel and a shark tank. Not something you see at your everyday resort, if there is such thing as an everyday resort, because I ain't never been to one. Number 1. The tropics in Germany. On the grounds of an old Soviet airfield rose the Tropical Island Resort, just 60 kilometers away from Berlin. Built by Malaysian corporation Kanjong, the idea behind this resort was to encase a sort of oasis for visitors within the old hangar, which happens to be the 3rd largest freestanding hall in the whole world. Now instead of flying from it, you can swim to it. Hope you enjoyed taking a water park tour of the world. Which of these places are you making a must visit this summer? If you thought this video kept you nice and cool and you want some more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.